Right, hi. I realise I haven't made a video in a couple of weeks. I want to make this video. I want to make a few videos tonight, actually. It's quite late here. It's almost like 1 a.m. I think, and I've got a lecture at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Need to leave at like 7:30 to avoid traffic and stuff. Um, but I want to make these videos. The last few weeks have been one of the most stressful of my life. A lot has happened. A lot has occurred. Same thing. Um, and I want to share some of the experiences with here because I do tend to, use this as my diary. Um, some of the stories include people, and obviously I'll leave their names anonymous because it's unfair otherwise. So in this video, I wanted to talk about a story, something that happened last week, beginning of last week actually, um, and yeah. So this is hopefully I'll do some more videos today or tonight and upload them as well. So stay tuned for more videos after this one. This is the first one I'm doing tonight. So about a week ago on Monday actually. The acoustics in this room aren't probably the best, so I'm sorry for that. But I tried to escape my other room because everyone was complaining about the sound. So I'm now in the lounge, and I've chose a time when nobody's in here because it's quite late. So and quite a few people are out clubbing. So I'm here. So hopefully I'm not disturbing that many people. Um, so yeah, last Monday I went out clubbing like a lot of people are doing tonight. I've actually been out clubbing a lot, which is very unlike me. If people knew me from last year, that's not sort of the person I am. I rarely go out clubbing. I only did it a few times last year. But this year I've been out, this academic year I've probably been out more times clubbing than I have the whole of last academic year, which is weird to think, seeing this academic year is only about a month old. So that's crazy to start off with. And yeah, I went clubbing, and on the walk back, I was walking back with one of my friends, and we bumped into this guy and this girl whilst walking back, and um, we all four of us started speaking and stuff, started asking about each other, and they were first years. They were just starting at a university near me. Um, not the same university as me. There's two universities in the city that I'm in, and they went to the bigger one, and I go to the smaller one. And they were just starting this year, and we kept talking. Sorry, I just used one of my friend's names, so I just cut that bit out. My friends went off with the guy that we had bumped into, and I went off with the girl, and we were just speaking as pairs, sort of like that. And they invited us sort of back to their halls to see what their halls was like, so we can compare our halls to their halls, because obviously we went to different universities. It was just interesting to see. So we went back to their halls, and yeah, it was quite cool. And we just were talking more and stuff like that. Right, I said his name again. So we then decided, me and my friend, to go to another nightclub, which was closer to home. It was like really close to where I live. And what the girl actually decided to come with us, and um, again we got closer, and it was just me and her speaking a lot whilst my friend was getting food, and it was weird because I could definitely feel, there was something there. We were both getting quite close to each other, and that's new to me. In in general, it's very new to me, and I loved it. I freaking loved it. I can't deny that. Even as an asexual, I loved it. I love this closeness. I love this idea of it. It's great. So yeah, and then whilst we're in the queue for this second nightclub, after speaking and stuff and hugging a lot, we started just making out. And before her, before this girl, I'd only ever made out with one girl before, and that was in a nightclub last year. So I haven't got a great history, and it was fantastic. It was great. And then we went into that club as well, and we just started talking more, and we kissed again in there, and then she asked me in that nightclub, "What do you want from this, or what do you want from this night?" And she's just like, "Sex?" I'm like, "No, honestly, not sex." And she was like, "No, you sure?" I'm like, "No, honestly, I can I can promise you that." And that's when I obviously broke it to her. Um, obviously quite a few people go on a night out to pool and to end up having sex with somebody of the opposite gender, usually. And it was probably really unusual for her to hear me say that, you know, because um, guys tend to, that's what a lot of guys that go out, certainly my friends and people I know, and guys I know, that tends to be their intentions. So I said, no, honestly, you know, I love this. I think you're great. I think you're really good. You know, she was great to speak to. She was really nice. She was really caring. She was very, you know, interested in hearing about me. I was very interested in hearing about her life and stuff, why she was studying, what she was studying, etc., where she's from, and um, you know, it was a great conversation, and she was really lovely. She was very attractive, and and yeah, and I was just like, I literally, I'm asexual. I'm not a fan of sex. I don't like it. And she understood, like, pretty much from the get go. She like was just like, yeah, I've got a friend like this. I completely understand, which is completely new to me. You know, most people are like, what the hell is asexuality? Or what the hell? And just to prove I was, you know, because it's obviously, um, she said herself that she could imagine people doing this just to get laid more, like for the girl to think it's more of a challenge. It's weird, but I understood her concept. And but so I showed her my YouTube channel, showed her I've been doing this for a year, you know, it wasn't, this is truth, you know, I'm telling her the complete truth. And she still stuck with me. And, you know, then we came back to my house. I showed her around my house and stuff. And then we were just talking in my room for a while. You know, sure, we made out a fair bit, and that was nice. And then I walked her back to her house. We chilled there for a bit until like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. And, you know, I kissed her goodbye, and that was it. It was great. And she wasn't very judgmental. She was amazing about it. She was absolutely amazing about it. The next day, she came over to my house. We hung out again. We went a bit further. You know, we did some more stuff, like more than making out and stuff. Nothing like sexual, no like sexual things like that. You know, hopefully people know what I mean by that. You know, we didn't have sex. Obviously, I don't like that. You know, we just, you know, we got very close and very intimate, and it was very, very new to me. I'd never had that before, and it was freaking great. It was amazing, and she was again quite understanding about how I was. But unfortunately, you know, the next day or the 2 days after, actually, you know, I got a message from her saying like, that you're great. It's been nice speaking to you. I don't want to say goodbye to you. I still want to have you around and stuff. But I'm sex obsessed, and just the thing about you being asexual and stuff is just a bit, you know, I just can't deal with it. Like, not that that's bad to say. You know, it's just we wouldn't be right together, which is 100% fair enough. I completely respected her for that. You know, it's not the first time we've been told that. It's far from the first time we've been told that. And I respect that. It's just gutting. It's just gutting because we got so close in terms of like conversation, talking and stuff like that, and it's just a shame that we had to lose that because of how I felt towards it. You know, we haven't met up, you know, since she's told me that at all. We've spoken a bit, but we, you know, nowhere near as much, not every day or anything like we were. We haven't met up, as I say, and it's just gutting that it's all down to that. You know, if I was interested in sex, then things would be inevitably very, very, very different, and who knows where we would be right now. It's just crazy to think that how much this affects my life and how gutting it is, and it really, really upset me. It made me very depressed. It made me very sad for for quite a few days, and I just didn't know. I just wanted to change. You know, it sounds really, really, really stupid, but you know, I was searching things online, like, you know, how to make yourself like want to have sex and be more sexual and stuff when you don't want it. And not, obviously it's my sexuality, I can't change it. It's, you know, I'm wired this way, sort of thing. So it's not a choice. So I can't, you know, obviously I can't really do anything about that, which is, it's just gutting when you don't want to be this way. So yeah, it's a bit gutting. This video is very long, and I realise I'm going to run out of memory space on my phone soon. So I'm going to wrap this up because I need to. inevitably. And but I really appreciate you watching. I just wanted to share this story because I know I'm not the only asexual that's been in this situation. I know I've heard a few stories from girls mainly, actually, that have been in similar situations, and obviously. Whoever they were with or whoever they got close to just didn't understand, and it's gutting. It's absolutely gutting because it makes you think, like, is this always going to be the case? You know, because sex is such a huge part. And I definitely, now that I was actually in this scenario, I realised how big a part sex plays in everything in these sort of scenarios, which is gutting, really, really gutting. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you learned a little bit from this. Again, this is a very new experience for me, one that I'll definitely remember for the rest of my life, I should think. But yeah, I really appreciate you watching, and hopefully you enjoyed it. It was a bit of a different video, a bit of a different topic. So thank you for watching again. I keep saying that, and I'll speak to you very soon.